Oh my god. Bluetooth, I fell asleep. I got back here like around 1 something, almost 2, and I was setting everything up. Like, I have my laptop right in front of me with my info, bullet points, and all that. I was getting my handy dandy little notebook. Blue's Clues reference. If you guys have not heard of that very old child TV show, Blue's Clues. I also had like something running right here past my laptop on the TV. You know, just to try to keep myself awake, but unfortunately, like, before I got back home, I was with the boyfriend, and we got food, and I guess I got like a food coma, because the moment I got everything all set up, ready to go, I passed out. Like, I literally had like 3 pillows, like, right here, stacked right here, and I fell asleep back there. But anyway, this is my reaction rant to Arrow Season 5? Yeah, Season 5, Episode 10. We're in the double digits for Arrow. Titled, Who Are You? Now, if I remember correctly, Episode 9, which was the mid-season finale of Season 5, which is titled What We Leave Behind, literally had the world's biggest cliffhanger, which is probably why we have the title for Episode 10, Who Are You? Because at the end of Episode 9, Oliver shows up at, back in the Arrow Cave, their hideout, only to see that someone is there, and they're staring at the older team members' outfits, you know, like Thea's and Laurel's. And this person in particular is actually staring at Laurel's, and obviously from behind, most of us could tell who that is already, but for all those who can't even tell who that person is, even from behind, the cliffhanger was when Oliver got there and someone was already there, that someone was Laurel. So, basically, we get a statement from Laurel stating that Sarah, her sister Sarah, revived her after she got murdered. So apparently Laurel's saying that the reason why she's alive, right there alive, is because Sarah somehow saved her, right? And we all know most of us know that's not the case. Sarah, although very tempted to say, like, do anything anything possible to save her sister, as far as we know in Legends, has not done anything to bring back her sister. But according to this Laurel, Sarah did. But we saw the previews for this episode. If you guys did not get spoiled by the preview for the second half of Season 5, unfortunately for me, I already did. So spoiler alert, like, before Episode 10 showed up, we saw a preview of it, and it's obvious that this is not our Laurel. It even says in the preview before the episode premiered. But anyway, according to this Laurel, she was revived by Sarah after her murder. And, you know, Oliver welcomes her into the team. But throughout that whole Laurel thing, Felicity seems kind of skeptic. You know what I mean? And, during all that, they do have a welcoming party at Felicity's place. And, apparently, Felicity took the cup that Laurel drank out of, to take a DNA sample, right? And our first hint that it obviously was not our Laurel, for all those people who did not see the preview to the second half of Season 5 before Episode 10 came out, and already know that it's obviously not our Laurel, for the people who did not, our first hint was when they had the party for Laurel, when Felicity was serving drinks. I don't know if you guys noticed this little detail, but when Felicity was offering Laurel a drink, there were 2 different cups on the tray. One cup obviously was champagne, while the other one was water. Now, if you remember, the reason for this was, remember, our Laurel from Earth 1, Oliver's Laurel that we saw die, she no longer drank alcohol. She was doing the whole alcohol-free thing, you know, because, you know, she had an alcoholism problem. And so she had that year chip and all that stuff, just like her dad, and she stopped alcohol completely. And as far as we know, she never went back to the bottle before she died. So hence why Felicity pretty much tested out this Laurel to see what she would do, right? Because she had two obvious cups there. One was a water cup while the other one was a champagne, and she was probably most likely testing this Laurel to see what she would do. And this Laurel almost slipped up because as she's reaching for a cup, she actually tried to reach for the champagne one and corrected her mistake the moment she saw Felicity's face. Because when she reached for the champagne one a little bit, Felicity made this small little hint face like, really? You're going to pick that one up? And so she corrected herself and got the water cup. So that was pretty much our first hint for all those who did not see the preview of the second half of Season 5 before Episode 10 was premiered. That was our pretty much a very good hint that was not our Laurel. Because our Laurel is no longer drinking alcohol. Haha. But anyway, like I said, after the party, Felicity took the water cup that Laurel drank out of, was doing DNA tests. Shoot, I forgot his name already, but, God, what is his name? The Ragman. The guy who's Ragman. I forgot his real name already. Rory. There you go. Rory's there. He's also, observing why Felicity's taking a DNA sample. And he actually makes a joke saying, what, does she have some sort of, like, evil twin or something? And the moment he says that, a light bulb clicks in Felicity's head, right? She's like, of course. Why didn't I think of that? Apparently, she is fully aware of Earth 2, because the moment Rory makes that little joke when she's doing a DNA test on Laurel, it just all clicks in Felicity's head. She's like, oh my god, yeah, Barry, his team, they've dealt with Earth 2. People from another Earth that are just like us. The only difference are they're evil, and they did, in fact, have an evil Laurel doppelganger come from Earth 2. And sure enough, the moment she figures that out, her and Rory get attacked, obviously by a canary cry. And yep, that Laurel is in fact the doppelganger from Earth 2 that we first encountered in The Flash, aka Black Siren. And she, apparently, how did she escape Star Labs? I thought it was because of Flashpoint, but apparently that's not the case because she was still captured even with Flashpoint. So apparently, Prometheus somehow went to, Central City, somehow got into Star Labs, and somehow managed to get Black Siren out of Star Labs. I don't know how Prometheus managed to, Prometheus is sneaky, so I could see how he managed to get to another city, but how on earth was he able to get into Star Labs? Let alone break out Black Siren out of the tube. I'm ninja status. Amazing ghostly ninja status. That's what I'm thinking. But anyway, Laurel manages to escape and does manage to call Oliver to arrange some sort of, a meeting because she's like, look, I had no choice. The reason why I got broken up by Prometheus, yes, but the only reason why I helped out with his whole pretend you're their Laurel thing is because Prometheus threatened my life, right? And so she's like, I'll talk to you and tell you the entire story, just I'll meet you at the Black Canary statue, right? I'm like, how iconic. Black Siren wants to meet at Black Canary statue, right? But anyway, Oliver, he feels optimistic. He feels like, even if that is not their Laurel, because like I said, when Felicity and Rory got attacked in Star Labs, Oliver was able to make it on time and pretty much see the attack saying, what's going on, Laurel? What are you doing? And she canary cries him to the point where, of course, Oliver pretty much confirms what we saw in the preview for the second half of Season 5 where, Oliver and Felicity are on the ground saying, that's not our Laurel. But, he seems kind of optimistic, like, yes, it's not our Laurel, but maybe this is my redemption. We couldn't save our Laurel, maybe we could try to save this one, right? So, as he's meeting, Black Siren at Black Canary's statue, we had, God, I forgot his name already. I'm gonna call him Dog, because technically his name has a dog in it, but, like, the rest of the team, they're on standby, at least the little kids are, like Rory and Renee are on standby, and so is Curtis. They're all on standby. But as Black Siren's reaching into her pocket to prove to Oliver about Prometheus' little plan to kill her if she didn't go with him, Felicity just jumps the gun and tells the rest of the team, go after her, right? So they attack, and she escapes with, of course, not without, some destruction in their wake, because they try to attack, they get their butts handed to them. Black Siren destroys the Black Canary statue, but she is captured by the team. I want to say by like a tranq dart, maybe, by Oliver. But anyway, we also have this interesting moment between Renee and Curtis, where Renee starts teasing Curtis about getting his ASS handed to him all the time, and Curtis just flips out on Renee, like pretty much physically attacks him in a way, and that's when Renee actually learns the fact that Curtis's husband Paul left him because he was attempting to be Mr. Terrific, right? And Renee's trying to give him this pep talk. He's like, you gotta move on from this. You gotta stop looking at all your negatives. Stop looking at all your flaws and focus more on the positive, right? Basically, Renee's trying to tell Curtis, hey, Curtis, you're thinking way too much of the negatives. I know that your husband leaving you because of what you're doing is bad. I get it. But you keep beating yourself up about everything else. Like, I can't be Mr. Terrific. I'm not good enough and all that stuff, right? He's like, all those other negatives, with the exception of Paul, you gotta stop doing that to yourself. Gotta stop putting yourself down. Look at yourself in a brand new light. Instead of looking at all the things that you can't do, look at all the stuff that you can do. You know what I mean? And I thought that was a really nice thing. And it's really interesting seeing Renee very zen. Lately, we've been seeing him very zen. Like, we saw him in the Christmas one, right? Right before the betrayal of one of their own teammates. The Christmas episode, we saw another sweet side to Renee when he was bonding with Diggle when it came to Diggle's kid, right? And I think there's more to Renee. Does he have a kid? Because he made it sound like he did when he was bonding with Diggle in the first half of season 5 during the Christmas episode when he's talking to Diggle about his kid. So he made it sound like he had a child. I don't know. But anyway, seeing this softer side of Renee these days, it's a nice change of pace, especially since when we first meet him, he's so aggro. I'm just saying. But anyway, Felicity talks to a captured Laurel and gives her another glass of water, and obviously Felicity's like, I'm not falling for your tricks and all that stuff, and all of a sudden as she's walking away, the power seemingly goes out. And so that means whatever power was powering the cage she was in, gone. So she manages to break out of her prison, and of course Oliver is upset when he finds out that Felicity actually did that on purpose. She actually turned off all the power in order for Black Siren to escape. Apparently she did that at the same time she made sure Laurel drank the water, because apparently there's a tracker in the water that she offered Laurel that she actually drank. So apparently, basically, Felicity put the tracker in the water, gave it to Laurel, made sure she drank it, and made sure that she escaped so they could follow Black Siren in order to find Prometheus, right? Which I think is pretty smart, but at the same time, she put herself in some serious danger. But, just before the whole letting her escape thing, she antagonized Black Siren. For all we know, letting Black Siren escape, Laurel could have killed her instantly, right? Just by all over her, right? She's lucky she didn't do that, you know what I mean? But anyway, the team does manage to track down Laurel at a warehouse where apparently also Prometheus is seen, and Felicity is shown to confront Felicity, and Curtis as Mr. Terrific are shown to confront Black Siren, while Renee and Oliver are, well, I don't know about Renee, but Oliver definitely confronted Prometheus. I think Renee might have been with Felicity. Well, Renee confronted Black Siren first, and then later on Curtis and Felicity did, because Curtis, he created a device which should be able to disable her powers. And so during all that, Oliver notices that Black Siren knocks out Curtis and is about to in a way, kill Felicity and try so hard to stop Laurel, to stop her from accepting the evil side, but unfortunately that doesn't work, and I realize I'm running out of time. So I'll see you in a part 2 video. Bye.